Alex Stratified here. So last time we talked about our FRS track build, or track prep rather, and the parts that we talked about are on. So let's have a quick look at how these look. Up front is the Perrin oil cooler. The install is pretty straightforward. It mounts on this bottom splash shield and it's relatively sturdy. There's also quite a bit of room, as you can see, between the oil cooler and the radiator. It's the AC condenser actually in front of the radiator, but the cooling stack in the back, which is good because we want that extra space for when we'll throw in the forced induction cooler. So that's nice to have. We might also actually move the oil cooler into this space here, and then make a louver into the wheel well, so we can pop open we don't have fog lights on this one, but just around the turn signal, and open that area up for more cooling if need be. So the brakes, the FRS pads are in. Of course, there's nothing you're going to see here. You can see on the rotor that these have been bedded in. They work much better than stock, as expected, and they're really good setup for this power level that we're at right now, naturally aspirated and a dual purpose pad. Underneath here, we don't have our GT3 brake ducts just yet, but did bend up this shield to allow airflow to enter the brake area and cool the rotor down once we have that deflector in here, and that's arriving shortly, so it should be here next week. And also we have our camber bolts in there, so you can see it's at the very top, and that camber bolt is well, it didn't add a spectacular amount of camber. We're talking about maybe a degree and a half or so, but the chassis is pretty well balanced as is, and we're still on stock suspension, so this is a really good starting point to be at. So that's kind of where we're at, and more updates to come.